They told me I collapsed at work and I woke up a month later in the hospital bed. It's amazing I was alive. They told me I had 4 grand mal seizures, 2 partial onset and 2 tonic-clonic. And this was in a period of 2 weeks. I tried once or twice to walk to the store, but it's too far. I fell out halfway and didn't even know what happened.
My dad, he was a caretaker for my mom. He was sick. It was time for him to transition home, so the social worker, they came to the house to visit, and then they would talk about some of the services that he was eligible for, and they mentioned a food program.
The Food and Friends delivery is amazing because I won't have to go out. I go out, check the mail, little stuff like that. Because my blood sugar come down significantly. I don't overeat now because they give me the portions I'm supposed to have.
Because of the Food and Friends, I have fruit, vegetables. I was able to lower my A1C. I think I've learned.
So Lee, can you tell us where we are and what it was like here?
Well, we're at Westminster Presbyterian Church, and this is where Food and Friends was born in 1988. Downstairs in the basement, there's this wonderful big kitchen where we prepared meals.
It's amazing.
It's a great kitchen.
It is.
Wow.
Where Food and Friends began.
Yeah.
I can see the history in here and definitely the love. Like, this is a community-based kitchen. Can you tell us like what it was like back in the day when you started?
Well, yeah, when I started in 1990, you'd just come into the kitchen here and meals would all be ready and you'd pack up and we would go out on our delivery route. And
This obviously is a little bit older than what we're currently using. It is definitely been well used, I can tell that. And you know, the remarkable thing is, just like Food and Friends is still going.
everything that was so beautiful that happened here in this basement, in that little kitchen over there, and all of the volunteers and the people we served, and they were so grateful. And I'm teary-eyed too, because I've delivered every meal in my brother's memory. I knew he loved to cook, and he loved to eat, and these people need to eat.
One of the things that makes Food and Friends service so unique and so special is that even when we're operating at this scale and taking care of 5,000 people a year, our service is so individualized to each and every person who receives food from us.
Maybe they came to us because they have cancer, but they also happen to have diabetes, then we take into account the portions of the carbohydrates, but also if chemotherapy is making it hard to get down food, we can send softer things or puree things. And then if somebody is either going through cancer treatment or has cystic fibrosis, or there might be other reasons that they might temporarily need higher calories, we can send them higher calorie food, even if it's just for a month that they are experiencing that need.
20% of the clients that Food and Friends serves right now are living with diabetes, either on its own or in conjunction with another illness. And I think that really speaks to the prevalence of diabetes in our community. This is not folks at the beginning of their illness. These are people who are really, really struggling, folks who have had vision issues and amputations and a whole host of other things that can come with diabetes that are really, really serious. Our impact is really profound on the diabetic community.
You really have to be committed to volunteer your time for 30 plus years, It informs me and my staff. Like when we have our staff meetings here, I'm always reminding them, you guys, you do so much for the community, and the work that you do, you'll touch so many people's lives and you'll never know. We have pallets where there weren't pallets before. When I say pallets, pallets of food that we go through on a weekly basis. So we have to find corners and spaces. We have also built out a freezer outside to accommodate the additional meals. We have started a shipping program so we can reach more people in the outlying areas of the DC area that, would be kind of challenging for a person to drive out there every day. As always, our volunteers are the best. They inspire me to do what I do. These are folks that have been many of them have been doing this for a number of years. I met a volunteer, Lee, who started at the beginning of Food and Friends. That says a lot about who they are and their commitment to what we do here.
This is our 30th year of Chef's Best, and Chef's Best is really an opportunity for us to celebrate this work and the impact of Food and Friends, along with our friends and our supporters who make that work possible every day. It's particularly meaningful at Chef's Best that we get to celebrate with the restaurant community. In the first year that Food and Friends was operating in 1988, before we even had a kitchen to cook from, Food and Friends meals were restaurant meals, and volunteers would pick up at restaurants and deliver to clients' homes. So that really is the foundation of our service, and that makes it really special to be able to celebrate alongside all of these great restaurants who are among our supporters.
We do deliver a whole lot more than meals. We help these people who are neighbors in need. It's neighbors helping neighbors. We provide them good nutritional meals, nutritional advice.
People are always very pleasant. Any question I have, they're like, look here, you can do this with this, or you can pair this with this, and if you cook this way, this will work. Yeah, they're very friendly. It's helped tremendously. And the vegetable noodle soup is great too, because it's got the wheat noodles, that way, it doesn't run my blood sugar up. Don't mind the cupcakes, they're not mine.
I stepped in to care for my mom when my dad went ill. But then when Dad came home, I had both of them. So then I'm like, oh, okay, how am I gonna do this? Trying to prepare meals and figure out what am I gonna do? What am I gonna cook? And it filled in the gap.
We're neighbors and community members, and there's something really kind of intangible about that part.
You feel like you're part of family. Food and Friends, friends, family, it's all the same thing.
The food is cooked here by somebody who might live in your neighborhood. It's delivered, by somebody who might live in your neighborhood. We're down the street. That sense of community is around food is part of medicine also. We send everybody a birthday cake.
You get your birthday cake on your birthday, so that was special.
Yeah,
they would deliver.
love that.
Yeah, so like, Mom, your cake is here, or Dad, your cake is here. And that was cool. That's a nice little touch.
That part of food is medicine too, being able to help people figure out how to have joy around food again.
To use Ivan as an example, he was able to lose weight, which is a really important factor for his health and his management of that, and he credits Food and Friends with saving his life.
They've changed my life, saved my life, they've rearranged my life.
I'm a loyal, dedicated 32-year volunteer, and I just don't want to stop. People just love it. The community is it's unrivaled.